Hello friends and welcome back to the series on common grammatical errors in English. I'm your instructor Taran, and in today's lesson we will discuss some more errors in the usage of pronouns. So let us begin. The first rule states that when two or more singular pronouns of different persons come together, the pronoun of second person singular comes first, the pronoun of first person singular comes last, and the pronoun of third person singular comes in between. So that means if you, I, and he are taken together, second person will come first, first person would come second, last, and the third person comes in between. So you comes first, he comes in between, and I comes last. So here's an example. I, you, and he must work together. Now let us put this together according to the rule. You, he, and I must work together. That means the second person comes first, first person comes last, and the third person comes in between. You must have seen this in the first lesson as well. When I gave you the example, I and he are friends. So you must have seen he came first and I came last. He and I are friends. There are many examples like this. So I would leave this as an exercise to you to check out similar examples from the internet. Now, the next rule states that when two or more plural pronouns of different persons come together, first person plural comes first, second person plural, and the last of all, third person plural. So in this case, first person would come first, second person after that, and lastly we have third person, which means first, second, and third person come in order when taken in plural. But in singular, second came first, then third, and then first person. So don't get confused between the two. The difference uh, lies in singular pronouns and plural pronouns. So let's look at the example here. You, they, and we must work together. Now, how do we correct this? Now, first person first, second person second, and third person last of all. So we, you, and they must work together, which means first person plural, second person plural, and third person plural. Simple, right? Just don't confuse it with the previous rule. Now the next rule states that the relative pronoun who is in subjective case, or let me read it in a different way, the relative pronoun who is in the subjective case, whereas whom is in objective case. Therefore, for who, there must be a finite verb in the sentence, or otherwise when whom is used in the sentence and there is a more finite verb than the number of subjects in the sentence, then whom should be changed into who. I know this is a long rule, so let's just simply look at the example. The doctor whom came here was Ram's brother. Now we don't say the doctor whom, we say the doctor who came here was Ram's brother. Now once again, whom ate my sandwich? It's not whom ate my sandwich, it is who ate my sandwich. Now let's recall the rule. Who is used in subjective case, whereas whom is in objective case. Now look at these sentences. Try to ask a question. Which doctor came here? He was Ram's brother. He. He is in subjective case. Therefore, we use who. Now, once again, which person ate my sandwich? He did, or she did, or I did. The answer is subjective. Therefore, we don't use whom, we use who. Just ask a question and you'll get the answer whether to use whom or who. Now, the car is driven to school by who? Or you can say who drives the car to school. When you just try to answer the question, the car is driven to the school by him. When you say him, the answer comes in objective case. Therefore, the car is driven to school by whom, not who. You don't say the car is driven to school by he. No, you say him. Therefore, since we use him, we use whom. Similarly, whom drives her mother's car to school? Now, which person drives her mother's car to school? He drives her mother's car to school, or I drive her mother's car to school. Now, once again, the answer is subjective, therefore, we use who, not whom. You just have to answer the question and you'll get the idea whether to use who or whom. Now, let's look at the next rule. With superlative degree adjective and after the words only, none, same, nothing, any, none, all, etc. as relative pronoun, we use that and not which or who. So, with superlative degree adjectives and with these words mentioned here, we use that, not which or who. So, all which glitters is not gold. Now, since the rule says that we cannot use which with all, same, nothing, any, and similar words, we use that. All that glitters is not gold. A few more examples for this. He was the most eloquent speaker which I ever heard. Now, most eloquent speaker is the adjective of highest degree or superlative degree. So we don't use which, instead we use that. He was the most eloquent speaker that I ever heard. It was not for nothing which he studied psychology. Now, nothing will not come with which. As stated in the rule, nothing comes with that. It was not for nothing that he studied psychology. I am the same person which I have always been. I am the same person that I have always been. Now, same also comes with that. Now, the next rule is that after let, if a pronoun is used, that pronoun must be in the objective case. I hope you guys are clear with objective, possessive, and subjective case by now. So, after we use let, we use the objective case. Let he go there. Now, subjective case here. So, instead we use objective case. Let him go there. Similarly, let they do what they want. We can't use they. The objective case of they is them. Let them do what they want. Let we go to the movies. Now you never say let we do that or let we go outside. You always say let us go outside. So similarly, let us go to the movies because us is the objective case of we. Now that's all for today and that's all for this course. Please go and rate and review the scores. Your feedback is really valuable to us. Also, you can leave your queries and doubts in the comment section below. I'll try to answer them as soon as possible. If you have found this course helpful in any way, or you want to buy me a coffee, please make a voluntary contribution by clicking on contribute. Thank you and bye bye.